What's going on, everyone? It's Mr. West. I hope you're all well. If you've been watching me on Twitter, you'll find that I said I would do a video about the new Apple HomePod. And I've got to say, first impressions are this thing is heavy. This is basically just going to be an overview and some demo of the sound and tell you what it's all about. If you're looking to use this with your Android phone and stream music via Bluetooth, then I'm sorry, you're out of luck. So, as you can see, it's already been unboxed. This is the space grey version. You can also get it in white as well. I do prefer this space grey version because I can imagine the white one is probably going to get grubby and dirty over time. You're just going to be constantly cleaning it. There are 7 tweeters built in a circular array around the edges of the speaker. There's a 5.5 inch woofer which is mounted inside the top here, which obviously fires upwards, but obviously the bass radiates downwards through the speaker, and there are 6 microphones built in, so this can basically pick you up from very, very long range. So first things first, if you are going to play music through this, then if you have an Apple Music subscription, then that is basically what the HomePod is going to be able to bark commands from. If you've got iTunes Match or anything you have in the clouds, it will play from there as well. However, if you want to play something from SoundCloud, then you will have to do it locally from your iPhone, and you can basically get track information once it's playing, but you cannot ask it to play music from SoundCloud. You have to initiate it from your iPhone first, or iPod, or what have you, before it will start playing. Also, you can use it as a movie speaker for iTunes. So if you're watching a movie through iTunes, you can use this as the speaker. You can double them up in a pair as well. It isn't going to give you a bigger sound stage. What it basically will do is just basically give you a much more powerful sound. So I haven't actually heard this yet, so you're probably going to be ready for a surprise. But if you do pair up 2 together, then it's just going to give you a much more powerful sound rather than make the sound stage bigger. Basically, you put this in the corner and the accelerometers will then shift the shape of the sound so it fires out at you rather than just loses the sound into a corner. So we're going to give this a go in a minute, but first we'll just do a little product tour. Now, it's got a little bit of heat going on it because it is plugged into the mains. So the first thing it's got is a hard-wired power cable. So it is braided, and if you've ever used a Karcher power washer, it's one of those cables which gets tangled up very, very easily, so you can kind of get your fingers stuck in that. But I think that does have its advantages, because with a normal plastic cable, they will fray and split over time. So you then got the top of the speaker, so you can see that glowing, hopefully, in the light there. And that basically is where it's listening for commands from you. You've also got capacitive volume buttons as well. Let's see what this is all about. So I have to be very careful what music I play because I don't want to get copyright strikes from YouTube if I do so. Okay, so before I play this, because I'm playing this locally from the iPhone and the HomePod doesn't pick this up from your network yet with SoundCloud, that's not integrated at the moment, then what you need to do is initiate the song track on your iPhone or iPod or iPad, and then what you'll need to do is open AirPlay and then select the song from the actual menu. So at the moment it's just playing through the iPhone speaker, but then it's got a couple of options here. We've got the living room Apple TV, and then we've got a second Apple TV which is in another room of the house. So this is linked up as living room, so all I need to do is select that. Hey Siri, set volume to 75%. Volume to 25%. So the first thing you notice is there's no distortion in this thing at all. It doesn't even sound like it's even beginning to struggle. And you've got that kind of, like I say, you can't really pick this up on the microphone, I imagine, but it's got this really low extended bass from the woofer. I mean, it's so small. It really, this is iPhone 10, and that is the speaker. It's basically the same height, and it's not huge, but the amount of punch this thing gives is absolutely incredible. Hey Siri, increase volume to Hey Siri, increase volume to 75%. I've moved the speaker, the accelerometer is slightly adjusted to give me a different image of the sound. You can kind of get a sense of spatial awareness from it. So there's no direction. Whichever way I turn this, it gives you the same sound regardless, which is pretty awesome. Wow, that is incredible. I gotta be honest, and I love my music and I love my sound. I can pick a bad speaker from a mile off, but that sounds really impressive. Can't get it from the microphone. It's got a kind of nice smooth sound. It's not brittle, hard-edged, but it's got lots of detail as well in the high-end parts as well. Okay Siri, increase volume to 75%. Stop. Wow, that's got some serious low end for such a compact and small device. That is fantastic. It's very locked in so much that, I've got to do a lot of playing around with the phone to get this to play through the speaker itself. So it's not really too much of a hardship. I mean, after a while it becomes second nature getting it through AirPlay, and likely that Apple will support these services later on through future firmware updates as well. So I want to try one more track. Hey Siri, increase volume to 85%. This track has some serious bass. Really wide, incredible. Whole breakfast bar is shaking. Wow. Hey Siri, increase volume to 100%.
I can't get that info for you here.
What? Hey Siri, volume 100%. Oh my god. But the thing that strikes me is that the sound is so controlled even at full volume. I mean, it's very, very loud. I say very, very loud. I mean, we're not PA system loud, but it's loud enough to fill a room and you have to really talk above it. But what's most impressive is the microphones can pick up from pretty much anywhere. I mean, my friend there was kind of giving me some help with the volume controls from outside of the door, and it's incredible how much it picks up. It's so accurate. So one of the greatest things for me obviously is the amount of effort which has gone into the product itself. Whether you love Apple or not, this is an extremely polished piece of kit and sounds fantastic. Yes, it should do for the money. It's like £350, £329 in the UK. So yes, it should sound amazing for what it is. Hey Siri, what's 2 add 3 times 15?
2 plus 3 times 15 is 47.
Well done. What do you think about Google Home?
I offer no resistance to helpful assistance.
Alright, so it's probably worth showing how this works with iTunes Movies and how it sounds in a more living room kind of setting, because obviously that was in a kitchen with lots of cabinets where the sound can kind of be bounced around a bit. So I'm going to show how it works with a movie. Now obviously bear in mind it is coming through the speaker into this microphone and in through your earphones, whichever you're wearing, so it's not going to be as good as it is with me sitting here, but I'll just show how it integrates into iTunes Movies. One thing I do need to make you aware is that you do have to initiate it through the remote using your Apple TV, but you can then play and pause the movie and increase the volume or decrease the volume through the HomePod itself. So I'm going to just plop the camera in front of the speaker and we'll just take a listen to see how it sounds. I picked one particular scene from a movie. It may be a bit dreamy, but it's just to show the kind of range of sound that you get. So here goes. Hey Siri,
Clarice,
rewind 2 minutes. Hey Siri, increase volume to 100%. Siri, pause. Not bad. Okay, so that's not the most bombastic film you're going to be able to see. However, it's just to give you an idea of the range of the sound and how crisp it is. It does sound really, really crispy as well. You do get the sense of the separation you would get through a normal speaker, but it is a great companion to have if you're just going to watch movies in your home, if you're not too worried about the big home cinema sound. I would imagine, given as time goes on, you'll probably be able to link 5 of these together to be able to have a 5.1 system, very much like Sonos does. So you probably have these left, center, right, and then the 2 rear surrounds. That will probably sound pretty amazing. So that's just a quick demo to show you how it works with the iTunes movies, and obviously you can skip and you can also rewind, fast forward, and increase volume. So that is really, really cool, and you can just do that across the room. So if you've lost your Apple TV remote, then your savior is the HomePod. For first impressions, this is very, very impressive. Whether you should buy one or not is completely down to you. It's not for me to say what's good value for money or not. If you've got £319 in your back burner and you've got that to expel and it's expendable, then this makes an absolutely fantastic purchase. If you are in the Apple ecosystem, there is no point buying this if you own just an Android device, or even if you're one of those people who's got a Windows phone. That's my first impressions of the Apple HomePod. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like it and also subscribe so you don't miss future videos about this little thing, because I will revisit and I will be posting some real life audio samples with normal music, not monetized on the channel, so you can get a feel of how it sounds with just normal tunes on its own. So that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys later.